Today, on Be Something Wonderful, the most important manifesting question you could ever ask yourself. I am your host, Tom Kieran, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators and members, welcome back. Massive video, and a few things came up in my sessions. And one was really on, Tom, I just don't know what to do. I keep asking myself, what should I do? And this whole idea of inspired action versus uninspired action came up. And then a question on abundance. I think yesterday one of you wrote on the channel that I like to once in a while fly first class because that makes me feel abundant. And I really want to talk about that because this really gets in the idea of needing conditions or events to make you feel something. This really gets to what I call the forgotten law, because a lot of times my clients forget the law of reversibility. That if flying first class can make you feel abundant, then feeling abundant can create a lot of opportunities for you to fly first class. Do you get it? So we're going to hit that today. I want to get to this whole idea of doing, and we're going to tie it all together with really, it's never a question of what do I do? It's the question of who am I? Remember, we've talked about this, right? The question that Jesus asked his disciples for good reason, because the answer to that question determines everything else. So one of the things that we were talking about with this client is that he's always grown up in a household where it says, go out and get it. And well, we're not saying go and sit there on your sofa and just imagine and prevent yourself. Deliberately don't go out and do things. That's not what we're talking about. You'll do whatever action feels natural, but go out and get it implies effort. Go out and get it implies separation. Go out and get it implies linear time, implies a future where you have to go get it. Instead, you're going to allow it. You're going to receive it. You're going to perceive it, right? You're going to be loved. You're going to be you. Then you're going to be receiving it. Then whatever you do is going to lead you along the path of least resistance to your desire. Whatever you do is going to lead you over the bridge of incidents to everything you want, right? That's why Neville Goddard said, one of his most powerful quotes, there are many, but this is powerful, make elsewhere here in the future now. The future event is a reality now in a dimensionally larger world. And oddly enough, and it is odd, now, the moment now in a dimensionally larger world is equivalent to here in the ordinary 3D dimensional space of everyday life. What he's saying is here and now, it's all yours. It's a matter of allowing, receiving it, and being it, right? Everything else, this whole idea of going out and get it, implies effort, implies linear time, right? So let's hit it like we never have before. What you do or don't do doesn't matter. What matters only and always is who you're being. That's why Jesus asked that question. He pressed his disciples. But okay, when he says, who do people say the Son of Man is? And they came up with all of these things, right? Jeremiah, a prophet, John, all of this. They came up with all of that, John the Baptist. But Jesus pressed them, well, who do you say I am? That's the question that your higher self is asking you. Who do you say you are? Are you trying to make something happen out there? Are you flying first class to make yourself feel abundant so you can get more opportunities to fly first class? It doesn't even make sense, right? Or are you allowing something to happen through you? Now, I'm not saying don't fly first class and don't buy expensive things if they give you the feeling of abundance. Not saying that. I'm saying that keeps you in bondage to conditions and events to make you feel something, right? Are you trying to make something happen out there, or are you allowing something to happen through you? It's not so much a question of inspired or uninspired action, but rather is it coming from love, gratitude, inner conviction, or is it coming from fear, doubt, worry, and lack? Where is the action coming from? Is it coming from the fear and trying to make something happen, being attached to a certain outcome? Or is this coming from love and gratitude of wanting to do it? That's all that means. There's no big deal. Every action of you is divine because you're a divine being. Every action of you is inspired because you're an inspired being. You're inspired by the greatest of all, love of God. Right? So don't get too hung up on that. Flying first class makes me feel super abundant. One of you wrote on the channel. And I don't argue with that. And I think one of you were saying Steve Harvey or something like that recommends that. And that's okay, sort of on a law of attraction, trying to make something happen, trying to make yourself feel something level. But now you're not operating from the top down, you're operating from the bottom up, right? Trying to wrestle 3D physical reality so you feel a certain way, right? And that's exhausting, right? So that cause is flying first class. The effect is feeling super abundant. Well, that points to the law of reversibility that Neville Goddard and all the other spiritual greats talk about. The powerful law that says if A can cause B, then B can cause A. Why is that true? Because on the highest level, on the spiritual plane, cause equals effect. There's only one. There's only unity. There's only love. So it has to be. On the spiritual plane, all is one. There's only unity. One. One energy, one substance, one God, one infinity. How could there be two infinities? There's only one infinity. There's only one. Right? Therefore, on the highest level of existence, cause equals effect. That's why that works. So if that's true, and it is probably true, and if what's true on the highest level of the absolute is also true on all levels. So what's true on the spiritual level, if cause equals effect, it's true on the mental level and the physical level. The spiritual level, so the physical level says A, flying first class. The mental level says feeling super abundant. A causes B, causes that feeling within. But on the spiritual level, A equals B and B equals A. There's only abundance. So where do you want to operate from? Do you want to bang it out in the physical reality? But buying tickets on first class or buying expensive things to conjure a feeling that's natural to you already? Do you get this, right? Here you are playing in the linear world, the Newtonian world of cause and effect, flying first class to cause a certain feeling. You're just banging it out in the Newtonian world of cause and effect, right? Your inner world is conditioned on what happens out there. Now, remember what Jesus said, you have no power over me unless it's given from above. That's what he said to Pontius Pilate the night before he was captured and he was going to be crucified, right? That's what they were taught. That's what he was talking about here. Pontius Pilate represents represents flying first class. Flying first class, right? It has no power over you unless it's given from above, right? So instead, because if flying first class can make you feel abundant, then according to the universal law of reversibility, feeling abundant can create events and conditions of you flying first class, can create conditions of abundance coming your way, can create a life of abundance. Right? That's why you take your power back. Otherwise, that's how you take your power back. Otherwise, you're in bondage to those events and conditions on the physical plane, right? On the physical plane. And I think I pointed this out and the subscriber said, well, I believe that on a fundamental level. Well, it's the only level there is. Either you believe it or you don't, because otherwise you're just going to be battling it out in that physical level, right? So this is what Dr. Joe Dispenza says. When you do that, when you decide I'm going to feel abundant, then I'm going to be flying plenty of first class options, then you go from cause and effect, the Newtonian, the linear worlds, to causing an effect, to the quantum worlds. Right? But even then you can go beyond causing an effect, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So even more powerful than this is playing on the spiritual plane. Feeling abundant equals flying first class equals you. It's all you. You transcend it all. You transcend linear time. You transcend cause and effect altogether. You invoke your omnipotence and your simultaneity, your timelessness. Right, that's all happening now. Abundance equals first class equals you. It's all one. Right? That's the forgotten law, the law of reversibility. On the highest plane, all action's inspired action. All knowing is divine knowing. Right? all you is all you. All cause is all effect. So really, what is the most important question? It's asking, who am I? Because the answer to that question puts you on the spiritual plane where cause equals effect and everything's yours now. Now. 1, 1, 1. Most important manifesting question you could ever ask yourself. And the forgotten law, the law of reversibility. I am your host, Tom Caron, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creatives and members, thank you. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Thank you for subscribing to the general channel, the public channel. Thank you for considering being a member of the membership channel. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for commenting on the videos. Love seeing those comments. I love the love that you're showing. Thank you for just engaging Be Something Wonderful and for being here. Don't forget, we have a Facebook group that's open to you at facebook.com/group/Be Something Wonderful. We also have an Instagram and Twitter. All of these social medias will eventually have unique content in the future. But right now, they're very similar. You can see us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Caron, and also go to our website anytime at tomcaron.com or besomethingwonderful.com. With great love, with great light, and really infinite gratitude, see you soon.